What's up, guys? BSG Truck Fan 88 here. Well, as many of you know, if you're a subscriber of mine, on December 22nd, 2012, so 2 months ago, effectively, in a few hours, because it'll be the 22nd of February, I was in an automobile accident in my 1995 Jeep Wrangler. An individual failed to yield, and I remember it clear as day, so I'll get to what I'm talking about in a second, but let's recap. I live on State Road, which is a 2-lane highway where you can go 40 or 50 miles an hour until you come to an industrial complex area, like with the Tedeschi's or whatever. So there's this area where you can basically cut across the lane, and then it takes you to the on-ramp to go on the highway to go to Boston. Normally, people stop, put their blinker on, wait for you to go, and then they go. And of course, including myself, where if you know there's enough lead time, like the car is a bajillion feet away and you can safely go, you go. You stopped, you yielded, and then you had your blinker on, then you go. I was coming back from the BBC. It was my first huge movie night. I had like 8 people over, which is pretty insane for me. And I saw the car. I saw it stopped. I did not see a blinker. And then it just pulled out to go when I was probably 30 feet away going 40 miles an hour. So obviously, we crashed. My Jeep was totaled. I believe his Corolla, which was a rental, was totaled as well. My Jeep, obviously after I hit it, you don't have any control. I mean, you're not thinking to control where to go unless it's like you're going downhill or something. So I brushed against the yield sign, which actually ripped the right rear tire fender off my Jeep. The sign was literally bent askew and in an angle just a little bit. I have pictures, I just can't find them right now. The next day, I went back to take pictures of the accident site, and it was fixed. Didn't even look like it was the same sign. I know it was the same sign because there's a mark where my green paint scraped against the silver pole, or rebar holding it up, whatever it is. So that's the accident. I banged up my knee pretty severely, had a cut on my head that was minor, and my back felt a little weird. My back always feels weird though, but whatever. The other guy had a gash about 2 inches in his forehead, which was bleeding pretty severely. I guess he got some stitches. But other than that, he was fine. I saw him at the hospital when I went there. I didn't say anything to him, but when I was getting my knee checked out, I saw him walking around talking on his cell phone. I should have snapped a fucking picture. Because it's now basically been 2 months. I have not seen a dime from my insurance company for my Jeep. I have not gotten anywhere with that. Now here's the thing. Before I went to Washington, D.C. last month, about 2 days before, I got a phone call from the insurance company saying that they determined the number of the value of my Jeep, and it was valued at $6,300. Now the problem is this guy that, let's just say, cut me off. I was going to say hit me. He didn't really hit me. I hit into him. He only had damage up to a certain amount. So my check is coming in the form of a $5,000 check and a $1,300 check. Okay, whatever. Well, it's been another month and I haven't seen it yet because the state of Massachusetts says, oh, well, we have to fix that stop sign. So whichever party receives money from insurance first, that's where we're taking the money from. But don't worry, you'll get it back. So basically, let's pretend for a minute that to fix or bend back the stop sign or yield sign or whatever it is costs $2,000. My first check will be $3,000. That's total bullshit. I don't care what their reasoning is. As far as I'm concerned, the person who's at fault, their insurance covers it. Period. Oh, and if they don't have insurance, they pay for it out of pocket. It's one thing if my insurance was billed. If that was the case, okay, I'm not paying for it. It's my insurance. That's what insurance is for. To take it out of my fucking check for a new vehicle? What if I didn't already have a new vehicle? What if I didn't have parents or anybody available to, bring me back and forth to work? Which, by the way, it's 40 miles a day. It's been 2 months. What the fuck is wrong with you? Commerce Insurance, my insurance company. Okay, so that's 2 things. I got a phone call today saying that he is suing me for pain and suffering. You heard it right. Pain and suffering. When he was at fault and cited for failing to yield, both the insurance companies say that he was at fault and the officer that was the first seen At the end of the day, that night, he said, looks like, yeah, it's his fault. He called me back later when I was at the hospital saying, yep, we're going to cite him for failing to yield, and it was his fault. So, I haven't seen any money, period, from insurance for my Jeep, but I've been told how much it is a month ago. The money for the stop sign is coming out of my check for whenever the fuck I actually get this check. And now he's suing me for pain and suffering, which, by the way, back in January after the accident, I actually am suing him. But it's been 2 months. What is the point of insurance? And I know that I'm not the only one with this issue or this complaint, because people get fucked over by insurance companies all the time, whether it's car insurance, medical insurance, what have you. But this is clear as day. There's nothing that can be fucked with. There's nothing that you can go, well, this happened this way, so no. Bullshit. He failed to yield. As far as I'm concerned, he's an idiot for doing so. You subscribers, look at my videos, look at my Jeep, look at the 12 different lights that are on, which point to the ground, by the way, not up, and tell me you wouldn't see me coming. You know exactly who this person is. This is the kind of person that's an asshole that says, oh, I think I can make it. I don't care about yielding, and just goes. Okay? This is absolute bullshit. It's cut and dry. It's clear as day. He was at fault. He was cited for being at fault, or he was cited by the police. It is his fault. It's not like it's his fault, like word against word. He was cited by the police department. Both insurance companies said that it was accurate. What's the problem? 2 months. This happened December 22nd. It is now February 21st/22nd, because in a few hours, depending on where you live, it'll be the 22nd. What's the problem? Somebody out there, a lawyer, somebody in pre-law, law school, talk to me here. The money being taken out of my paycheck, the fact that it's been 2 months since the accident, and the sign was fixed the next day, so it was already budgeted out of, if you will. It was already fixed. It wasn't like it had to be replaced. It wasn't replaced. What's the fucking problem? I am beyond furious right now. When I got the phone call while working, I had to stop for 5 minutes and just not drive because I was so fucking furious. I cannot believe this. And again, I know I'm not the only one with problems. I know that there are a lot of people out there with very high medical bills, treatment bills, etc. I know I'm not the only one, so don't think I'm being Mr. Selfish here. But at this point, I kind of have to be Mr. Selfish. What's the problem? Why is it taking this long to figure out how much money? Because that's the thing. No one knows how much the stop sign is costing to fix yet. No one's called me to give me a number. I guess I'm very close to getting the money for the Jeep, but still, 2 months. Any other person that I've heard of being in an accident, whether it was an individual, them going off the road or hitting a car when it was parked, or a couple people I know have actually been in accidents, and it literally took 3 weeks. Okay, this is what happened. You're at fault. You're not at fault. We'll be giving you a check. Blah blah blah. 3 weeks. The most I heard was a month, and that was because I think it was a brand new, like 2-week-old vehicle, so they had to figure out if they were going to give them a new one or fix it because it was so new. 2 months, and technically it's going to be longer than that because I'm sure it won't be by the end of this week. That's bullshit as far as I'm concerned. You out there in YouTube, leave a comment in the section below and tell me what you think, because literally, I mean, I'm not showing it right now because I've calmed down, but it's fucking bullshit. I cannot believe it's been 2 months and I haven't even seen a dime for my Jeep. Again, I reiterate, what if I didn't have credit to get a car? I didn't have any savings. Say I had a little bit of savings. It all went out the window when I had to put a down payment down for my current vehicle. What if I didn't have parents and friends to bring me back and forth to work every day? What would I have? Just stay home? And oh yeah, rental insurance didn't count because the piece of shit that cut me off didn't have rental, and neither did I, being such an old vehicle. Something's wrong somewhere, folks. It's absolute bullshit. Have a good night.